I'm going to get ready to introduce myself. I would just want to give everybody a chance to come on into our training tonight. First of all, I just want to thank Brandy for having me. My name is Mel Bel, and I am a fashionista in paparazzi accessories. And today I'm going to do a training with you guys called Having a Millionaire Mindset, okay? So a lot of times we think about millionaires and we think about their things that they have and have achieved. You know, you think of all their success and their fame and their money and all this stuff, but we really don't think about the journey that they have to take to get to that point. Okay, so today I'm going to give you guys a little bit of what I perceive as what kind of mindset the average millionaire has to have. Okay, so thank you all again for watching. Again, if you're watching on the replay, put hashtag replay below so that I will know that you stopped by. Thank you again, Brandy, for having me. And I'm going to go ahead and get started, okay? Because I want to maximize on everybody's time. And I want to just thank you all for coming by. I know it's Friday night, and I know that you guys can be anywhere, but you chose to be here. So thank you again. So I don't see any comments. I can't see what you got. Okay, Brandy's here. Okay, good. She said, hey, Mel. Hi, Brandy. How are you? Thank you so much for having me. All right, guys, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. Your leader, let me just start there. Brandy is a true rock star. Every possible thing that I can say about being a rock star, your leader, Brandy, is that. So, Brandy, thank you for having me. Yes, everybody get your teams on here. Tag everyone in. Sorry, my tongue is kind of orange. I didn't think about it. I had like a slushie before I came on here, and I'm just sipping away, and then I'm talking to you guys, and I kind of see it's kind of orange. So I hope that doesn't distract anybody. I was just drinking that with my husband and kids. Sorry. But anyways, Friday night, we're going to have some fun. I want to make this training as fun as possible. Hello, everybody who is jumping in. But let me get right to it, all right? So again, it's Friday night. I know everybody has things to do, but you're here. First of all, I just want to say, you guys, having a millionaire mindset means investing in yourself. So that means that the fact that you came to this training tonight on a Friday night, you chose to be here. So you're investing in yourself. You're investing in your future. For everyone who's watching this on a replay, again, you can be doing anything, but you're choosing to invest in trainings. You're choosing to come and show up, whether you're at home, whether you're at your kids, picking up your kids from school, whether you're in your car watching this right now or listening to it, a month from now, you're still investing in yourself. So again, you are in with the other millionaires in the world. All the wealthy minded people know that trainings are necessary for growth. You cannot know, nobody knows everything. Hello, everybody. Nobody knows everything. We can learn something from everyone. So I appreciate, again, you guys being here. So let me go ahead and introduce myself one more time for those who are just jumping in. My name is Mel Bel, or Melanie is my real name, but everyone calls me Mel Bel. And I am a fashionista in paparazzi accessories. I've been running in the business for about a year and a half or so, but I joined in 2018. Now, let me tell you guys a little bit about my backstory. I got a kit. I didn't know anybody in paparazzi. All I saw was the jewelry, and I said, this jewelry is fabulous. I want in. Like, what do I have to do? How do I sign up? Let me do it. So anyway, I didn't know anybody in paparazzi. When I first joined, my sponsor joined maybe a week before me, so it wasn't like she had a whole lot of information for me. I think several levels up. I didn't even understand how the levels worked at that time, so I did not have, setting the stage for you to say, I did not have that immediate support that most people feel that they need to have to be successful. I didn't have that. So what do people do when they don't feel supported? They quit, okay? So I was just like, you know what? This just isn't for me. I've never done sales. I've never done anything like this before. And similar to Brandy, she left the business and came back like on fire, blazing, setting paparazzi ablaze and stuff. But my story was a little different, similar, but a little different. So I joined that, I think, August. Okay, so I think last month was like my 2-year official anniversary. So I joined paparazzi, got my kit, sold some jewelry, was over it. Okay, I'm just be honest. It was like that Christmas, and I was like, you know what? This isn't for me. I wasn't getting a lot of support from my family and friends. It was just one of those situations where I was like really by myself. Okay, so but one thing I can say is that I love to travel. Around that time, they were doing the passport vacation trip to the Dominican Republic. And I'm like, if I don't do nothing with this company, I can do a farewell trip to the Dominican Republic. I was like, sign me up. What do I have to do? And I prayed and I said, God, if this is for me, show me a sign. Show me what I need to know to stay in this business. Connect me with people that help me to really understand why I need to be a part of this. So I go on the trip that January. Long story short, God orchestrated it where me, little old me, who was about to quit. I only had one person on my team, which was my mom. And you know, most of the time moms, they'll just join, like, just to kind of, you know, appease their kids or whatever. I'm like, Mom, just get a kit. It's only $100. So just me and my little old one team self. Guess who I meet on the beach in Dominican Republic? The Misty Kirby. Okay, you guys know she is one of the founders of our company, and Misty is amazing. Okay, I hope everyone can get to meet her at some point. She is like an angel on earth. I just love her to pieces. Anyway, we talk on the beach. About 2-3 hours later, we're just still sitting there talking on the beach. She and I just talking, having a heart-to-heart conversation. And she tells me, she's like, she looks me dead in the eye. Guys, no lie. You can ask her one day about this story. She looks me dead in the eye and she goes, you're going to be great at this business. She was like, if you go home and you really give this your best, I believe in you. I believe that you can do this. I think you have everything that it takes. Do not look at what everybody is doing. You focus on you. And she's like, you're going to go home and you're going to go live and you're going to work your business. And at the time, I had never gone live. I had never shared the business opportunity. I had never done any of that. But it's just like when you have somebody, it's just like, you can do this, you know, and that's my charge to you guys too. You can do this, okay? If you do not have all the pieces to your puzzle, if you are not consistently going live, if you do not, let's say your direct sponsor is not as supportive, your friends or family are not as supportive, you know, you can figure it out. This is not NASA. We're not working, you know, building rockets that's going to the moon, guys. This is jewelry. Guess what's coming up? The holidays. So you have a product that people are probably going to really want, but it starts with the little things that you do every day. It means being consistent in your, well, I don't want to say too many words because we're going to get to some points in our training tonight, but it really is just those day-to-day things that you're going to do. You're going to get your jewelry. You're going to sell your jewelry. You're going to not care who is supporting you, who's there, who's watching. You're going to just do and work your business, okay? So that's what Misty Kirby said to me. I'm still in awe of that moment. Later that night, she was like, what are you doing tonight? I said, I don't know, probably going to the buffet up there. I mean, it was a resort. You know, resorts always have buffets. She was like, I want to invite you to this dinner. I went to the dinner. You know, she connected me with some people. It wasn't even like they're going to be a mentor, but just kind of like words of wisdom kind of thing. And it changed my life. All right, I come home. Boom. I am on fire for Paparazzi at this point. It's that January. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do this thing. I'm going to figure it out. I don't care who supports me, who doesn't. I mean, I had a friend who flat out told me, I don't know anybody that wears that stuff. You know, that, this is fabulous, okay? But anyway, didn't get the support. I did not have family and friends who were like gung-ho, like, yeah, girl. Again, people had kind of seen the products, kind of not, didn't believe in it really. But I said, I don't care. I had never gone live before, but I still said, I'm going to figure this out, okay? On that trip, I had met people like Erica Cole, and I had met Brianna Moody Rio. She's a jet setter now, and I'm meeting all these people, and I'm asking them, like, what's your rank? And how much do you get paid a month? And how much, you know, and they're like, oh, I get paid $10,000, I get paid $70,000, I get paid $45,000, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute now, I'm in the wrong business. What? You carry the one? Okay, I gotta figure this thing out, okay? So, figured it out, came home, hit the ground running. That first month, January, I ended up signing 5 business partners. So, I'm on a roll, so that means I hit director. And then the next month, I signed some more business partners, and then I helped my team to rank, and then I hit premier director. And then I helped my team, and we were just doing some things, and then I hit executive director. So, boom, boom, boom. We were just like, back to back to back, all right? Then it was a little gap of time because then I was like really running, but you know, trying to just grow my team, trying to just get the fundamentals together because I'm just like blazing at this point. So anyway, convention happens that July, we ranked to producer. So from July to up until this past January, I was producer. So go to the cruise. Again, I'm like on fire for Paparazzi again, connecting with movers and shakers. So this is one thing you have to know about me. And your lovely leader, Brandy, can attest to this. Anytime I meet somebody that's somebody, I'm going to stop them and ask them a million questions like I did with Brandy. So when I met Brandy for the first time, I had seen her trainings on, I think it was United Fashionista's page, and she was telling her story about how she started and then she left and then she came back and she did all these things. So when I was at headquarters this past July, I'm like, that's Brandy. I have to ask her 10 million questions because I am a sponge for information, and that's how you should be too. If you don't know something, Talk to someone, pull them aside, ask them a question or two. It does not have to be someone who's elite. It could be a star consultant. Everybody started with the same kits, guys, okay? Pull somebody to the side, ask them questions. For me, let me tell you guys how I learned pretty much the majority of what I know about paparazzi. YouTube and the Papa Rock Stars broadcast. I don't know, if you don't know about it, go on to your podcast on your phone, type in Papa Rock Stars, or go to Google and type in Papa Rock Stars. It's a whole podcast full of trainings from elites and people all over the company. And that's how I learned about paparazzi. That's how I learned pretty much everything I need to know. I ask questions. So when I see somebody who may know something, I'm going to ask them, how do you do this? How do you go live? What do you do? What do you say? You know, what do you wear? Like, how did you do it? You know? So anyway, I go on the I go on the passport trip this past January to the cruise, which was Cozumel, Cayman Islands. And again, I'm on there, I'm meeting people, come back home. That, I want to say that February, I hit premiere producer. Then I hit executive producer in April. And then in May, I hit Fashionista. Okay, so Fashionista is where we're at right now as a team. I'm so excited to have achieved that in the business, but that doesn't mean that you can't do the same thing that I'm not doing, or Brandy's not doing, or anybody else in this business is not doing. The first quote I want to give you guys is, all elites are just star consultants that never gave up. Okay, there's nothing that Brandy or myself or any other elite in this business is doing that you cannot do. It's no secret sauce. It's no secret science to it. I wish I could tell you that I wore a particular shirt and it gave me this magic thing that made me so successful. I'm sorry. I wish I could tell you that. It literally is showing up when you don't feel like showing up. It's days where I've literally been bawling, crying about something that broke my heart. And guess what? If that was my normal live day, I wipe those tears, put this little bronzer on. Hey guys, I'm selling my jewelry. Now that doesn't mean that I stayed on for 2-3 hours. Maybe that day I stayed on for 30 minutes. Or maybe that day I just did an hour where normally I might do 2.5 hours. But when I have made plans to do something, I set a schedule and I stick to it, regardless of how I feel, regardless of what's happening. So with this slow shipping, guess who's still ordering every day? This girl right here. I don't care if it's slow shipping. Slow shipping just means it's going to be slow getting to me, but I'm just going to show all this other stuff that I have. For somebody, everybody does not know what's in your inventory, so I'm showing them pieces from when I first started in paparazzi. Some of them I may not have sold all of, so I'm mixing and matching pieces with my hostess rewards. Listen, we are getting creative in this season. All right, but again, I'm making it work because guess what? Slow shipping. Christmas is still coming. I don't care if all that stuff don't come to Thanksgiving. Prime time is on the way. So that means I still have to work my business, even if things are not looking great, even if I get discouraged, even if I want to quit, I don't. All right. So for you, that's literally my best advice to you is to stick with it. All right. So we're going to talk about having a millionaire mindset. That was just my little spiel starting out. But having a millionaire mindset starts with, I'm going to give you guys the word rich. Okay. When you think about people who are millionaires, of course, another word for being a millionaire is being rich. So we're going to go RICH. Each of them is going to mean something to me that I want to share with you that I think has helped myself. And when I look at people who are successful in the business, I can pretty much say that they've kind of stuck to this as a format. And they are wealthy, rich, millionaire minded, whatever you want to say, but so are you, okay? I don't care if you have $27 in your bank account, you can still have a millionaire mindset, okay? So the first thing I want to start with is R. R is going to be the word, and if you want to get a pen and a paper, notepad, whatever, go for it, okay? So the R is going to be for resilient. Okay, I cannot say that word enough. And this season, I don't know if you guys have watched the news lately. I don't know if you guys have gone to the grocery store in the last almost year or so. But guess what? It's a pandemic going on. I hate to break it to you guys, but there's a whole live pandemic. There is social unrest. I don't know if anybody's watched the news in the last 6 months, but there's a lot going on. Okay, and I say that jokingly because clearly I'm sure you guys know what's going on. But I'm saying that to say you have to be resilient. You have to make a way out of no way. You got to figure out how to make it work. All right, I normally go live on Mondays at 5:30. Nobody shows up to my show. Guess what you're going to have to do? maybe try a Tuesday, a Wednesday, or a Thursday, okay? Because maybe what you're doing might not be working. It doesn't mean that you can't find another way to make it work. It just means that what you're doing and the way that you're doing it may not be the right way. It may not be the way that's going to work best for you and your customers. So you may have to figure out some other things to make it work, okay? So again, you have to be resilient. You have to bounce back. You have to not see your obstacles as obstacles that you can't get past. There is nothing that you can possibly do in this business that you won't be able to figure out at some point if you stick in it long enough, okay? So again, resiliency means despite what the world has going on, despite what paparazzi has going on, despite what's going on in your family, you still figure out a way to just come through and make it work, okay? Now, resiliency, let's talk about famous failures, okay? I like to share this with my team because I want them to know that they are not alone when it comes to hearing no's, when it comes to maybe not having all the pieces of the puzzle. Let's talk about, let's say, Michael Jordan. Do you guys know Michael Jordan? Give me some thumbs up, some hearts. Let me see you guys. Has anyone ever heard of Michael Jordan, the basketball player? Okay? Hearts, love, likes, thumbs up. Michael Jordan is probably one of the best known basketball players of all time, okay? He has a whole brand of shoes. He, has won all these championships. He's done all these amazing things. But guess what? Michael Jordan was actually cut from, I think it was his high school basketball team his freshman year. Now, if he had stopped there, let's say he had just said, you know what? Maybe basketball isn't for me. I got cut from the team. Maybe I shouldn't do this. We would never know the Michael Jordan that we know today, okay? Also, another person, does anybody know about Walt Disney? Likes, hearts, love, anybody? Ever heard of Walt Disney? If you know Disney, you know Disney World, you know Disneyland, you know the characters, the Disney Channel, you know all these things that started from Walt Disney. Well, Walt Disney was once, he did sketches and things like that for, he says documentaries. It's really good, it's documentary. Walt Disney, he dropped out of school at a young age and was fired from a Missouri newspaper because they told him that he wasn't imaginative or creative enough. Now, you mean to tell me that the Walt Disney was cut or fired from something because they said he wasn't creative enough? So that just tells us it does not matter what people say to you. It does not matter how many people tell you no. If you are sharing a business opportunity and 53 people tell you no, it's okay. Guess what? If that's not working, maybe you can change your approach. Maybe you can watch more trainings, to learn new skills. Maybe you can talk to somebody who's an expert, team builder. Figure it out and continue to keep going, okay? So, so again, look at famous failures. So another thing I want to encourage you to do, when you get some downtime, just type in famous failures. I can promise you, everyone who is a millionaire, everyone who has made it successfully in their life in some kind of way, they have faced famous failures. They did not. Nobody just walks into paparazzi and just skyrockets to the top of the business and does not have any obstacles to climb. It just does not work that way, okay? So being a millionaire means coming into this business understanding that failure is a part of the process, okay? Hearing no's is a part of the process. Possibly getting hit with slow shipping is part of the process. It's okay, but that's all a part of your resiliency, okay? It's all a part of your story, all a part of your bounce back, and it's all going to make your story so much better when you tell it in the end. Because you know what? Guess what? I can tell people that I hit Fashionista with my team in the middle of a crisis, in the middle of social unrest and pandemics and, slow shipping rates and all. Our team was able to do that. I can now tell that story. And the same for you. What story do you want to tell when all of this is over? 5 years from now, when we're talking about coronavirus and pandemics and protests and all this stuff, what can you say you did in your business? Were you consistent with going live? Were you consistent with sharing the business opportunity? Did you make big sales? Did you rank up and achieve, one of your goals, your business goals? What did you do? Okay. If you have not been doing that so far, today is a new day. It's a new moment for you to get out there and for you to make it happen. And also what Brandy just said, paparazzi is making millionaires, guys. I don't know about you, but I'm going to be a 6 and 7 figure in this business. I'm putting it out there. If God allows me to see it, it's going to happen. All right. Now, do I have it right now as a fashionista? No, I do not. But guess what? I'm going to have it. And you need to speak life over your business, because if Erica Cole and Robin Frank and all these people can do it, why can't you do it? What separates you from Michelle Egan? Hello. Like, we're all in this business together. They started as a star consultant just like you did. So it doesn't mean that it's that, only they have the capacity to be millionaires. Paparazzi has grown leaps and bounds during this pandemic. So if you look at how Paparazzi is growing, we're not slowing down as a business. We are growing, okay? So jump on the bandwagon and let's get this thing going, all right? So again, that is my R for resilient. Again, we're doing the word rich, and R is for resilient, okay? I is going to be inspire. All right. So if you have your pen and paper, you want to write this down. Inspire. With the I want to encourage you. Always seek ways that you can be inspired in your business. That means coming tonight and getting team trainings, going on YouTube, talking to people, watching how people move and shake in the business. Like, something that I did when I first started in a business is I would randomly maybe order something from someone just to see like how they package their jewelry. Did they use, because I had never seen a live before, but I needed to be inspired by something. Like, did they use metallic bubble mailers? Was it standard bubble mailers? Did they use an organza bag? Did they just put a business card in there? Like, what did they do? I had to, but I tried to learn enough, but not take completely what someone does, because again, we're going to get to that. I'm going to get to that in a second about you have to be uniquely you. So take inspiration, but take it in pieces, like a little piece, a little piece. So like, I'm inspired by Brandy. I'm inspired by her story. That's a little pinch, okay? I do not want to be Brandy, because guess what? There is only one fabulous Brandy that's in Paparazzi that can do what she can do, okay? I can take a piece from another person on my team and say, you know what? I love how she sells jewelry. I could take a little pinch, because that's inspiration. It could kind of inspire me to, get that extra push to go harder for my goals, Pinches, guys. All you need is little pinches of inspiration. You can go on YouTube, and it does not have to be specific to Paparazzi. You can be watching TV one day and see somebody on The View or something, and you're like, you know what? I don't know the people that's on The View. I just like that show, but I really love how so-and-so articulates when they talk. Pinch. All you need is pinches. Get inspired. Okay, but again, what will inspire others is by you being uniquely you. There is only one you in the world that can do what you can do. So again, don't try to emulate a person to the point that you lose yourself. You are so much trying to be what other people are doing that you're no longer you. You have to maintain a sense of uniqueness, because if not, you will start to lose people, because people can sense what's real and they can sense what's kind of like gold plated, So when you're real and you're coming from the heart, people are going to feel that energy. I'm telling you, like when I go live, this right here is a necklace bust, right? When you see this, you ordinarily think, I'm going to show jewelry on this. I can be in the middle of a show and somebody could say something that reminds me of a song, and I would start dancing and singing, and I'd be like, pretty young things repeat after me. I mean, if it's like Michael Jackson or something, I would just get it. And my customers love that, because again, I'm showing my personality. I'm being silly, and they look forward to coming to my lives. They look forward to seeing me, because they don't know they don't know if they're going to get a concert. They don't know if they're going to get a jewelry show. I mean, I always stick to my jewelry, of course, but it's that kind of, after a hard day, you want to just kind of giggle. You want to have somebody who, so again, whatever it is that you do, let's say, for instance, you love dressing up in costumes. Halloween is coming up. Maybe you can say, for every day of the week, I'm going to dress in like a different, thing. I don't know if you guys know Robin Frank, Mama Frank or whatever. She always wears these like big hats and masks and all kind of stuff, because that's her personality. So her customers love coming to watch her, because they don't know if she's going to have a banana on her head or a taco, or like her husband might be dressed like a hippo or something. Like, they just go all out. But again, they are uniquely them. Okay, it's something that you do. And I can't remember her name, but she has like Gotham City like behind her. That's her personality, and that's what her customers love. So be you. Figure out what you do and what you do well. Figure out the things that you love and bring that to your business. Okay, you might want to write down notes and say, I really love this and I really love that. If it's in line with Paparazzi guidelines, Put yourself in your business. Put your heart into your business. At the end of every live, I always say, if you can go to any live I've done within the past year, after every live, I always say, go out and find somebody to be a blessing to. Go be goodness and kindness and love into the world. We need more of it. I want to challenge you guys to just go find somebody and do something kind to them. Have a great night. I'll see you guys next week. Love you for watching. But I always do that so they know my heart is for doing for others and loving on others. So again, I use my platform to inspire others. I take inspiration, bits and pieces, but I always just make sure that I put my heart and my spirit in my business. And I think that that's what translates to people as being real, and people love real. They want more of that, and we need more of that in the world. Okay, so again, maintain your uniqueness and share that with the world. Okay. All right, so we've done R for resilient, I for inspire, and C for, again, we're doing the word rich. C is going to be being consistent, okay? I cannot say this enough. If you take nothing else from hearing me tonight, I feel like consistency is one of the key ingredients to any millionaire, any successful person, anyone who's done anything worthwhile in life. It comes from consistency, okay? Let's just use Beyonce, all right? Everybody pretty much should know who Beyonce is. She is an international singer. She's won Grammys. She's done all kind of things, all right? Beyonce is Beyonce, who we know and love, or who is an artist, because of her consistency. She has literally been singing and dancing and running around at the playground in heels since she was like 11 years old, okay? So whether it be when she was in I think the girl group Girl Time, I think that was what it was called back in the 90s. Then she was in Destiny's Child. Then she started, doing her own personal business, like with Ivy Park and all her clothing lines and things like that. And then she does Beyonce, she does the Sasha Fierce, but she's consistent, okay? Consistent to a fault. When you see people like, let's just go back to Misty Kirby. Do you think that you can get an empire like Paparazzi just showing up when you feel like it? It doesn't work like that, okay? It requires a higher level of showing up, again, when you don't feel like it, showing up when other people are quitting, showing up when people are sleeping. That means that you might be up at 1 or 2 in the morning doing something for your business. Or if your kids are asleep, that means you might have to switch your schedule around to accommodate, or you might have to get up at 5 or 6 in the morning to make something happen for your business. It will mean you may not have weekends. I remember when Mandy, who is the top of all the Paparazzi, I remember watching a training from her, and she said that when she first started in the business, she was always busy with Paparazzi. She said every weekend, I think this was probably the days before Facebook Live, she's like, every weekend I was hosting parties, I was at vending events, I was, birthday parties, anniversary, anything that she could get, anything that she can say, I can set up jewelry, she was there, she was working it. That's what we have to do, guys. It doesn't mean that I'm just going to spend a weekend watching Netflix. Now, of course, we do need our me time. We do need to nourish our spirits and stuff. But if you really have goals that you're trying to hit in this business, you do not have time for frivolous stuff. Like, I remember when one of my friends who's on my team, she was trying to hit executive director at the time. But she was just pity. You know how people pity pat on the internet and like, oh, just doing this, having fun. I said, listen, honey, if you have a goal, you don't have time for that. And the nicest, sweetest, lovingest, that's not a word, way possible, you need to focus on your goals. Turn that stuff off. There is a time and a season for everything. And this is not the time for that because you have goals. So somebody here, in the nicest, most lovingest, again, not a word, way, you have goals, honey. Turn it off and focus. Get your tunnel vision and focus on what you have to do. Remain consistent and stay focused and steadfast on what you want. Because again, if you cannot put a tangible reward to what you're doing, like let's just say just scrolling the internet, right? Let's just use Facebook. If you're just scrolling Facebook just for kicks, you don't have time for that, okay? If you're on Facebook, you need to be working Facebook in your favor. It has to be work. You have to get some kind of reward for the effort that you're putting into. So again, if you have a goal, which I pray everyone here has a goal. If you have a goal, cut out anything that may prevent you from hitting your goal and focus on how to make it happen, okay? And I love that Brandy just said that, how bad do you want it? That's something that they told us at Empower Me Pink. I remember Summer did that, and when I saw her at headquarters, I told her that was my screensaver. Like literally now, guys, if I turn my phone off and I post it to you guys, what my screensaver on my phone is, it says, "How bad do you want it?" And that has stuck with me since Empower Me Pink, because I have to remind myself on the days where I feel low, on the days where I feel discouraged, where I might want to, well, I'm not going to quit, guys. Let's just be honest. Like, we love paparazzi, you know, but on the days where I may feel sad, or the days where I may, may have, had trouble at my full-time job, or my kids with homeschool, or this and the other, I have to remember, how bad do I want it? Okay. So it might not mean that I can give a whole 2 hours to a training, or 2 hours to going live, or 2 hours, but I can give 30 minutes. I can give 15 minutes. I can give an hour, because we're thinking about all the hours that we have in a week. You have the time. I know it kind of kills me when people say, "I don't have time to work paparazzi." If you have time to watch a movie, you have time to work your business, okay? So again, think about the things that you're doing that you can eliminate because you have goals. And if you know you want it bad enough, you're going to go after it, okay? Again, every elite, every millionaire, every successful person, they had to have that moment and just say, how bad do I want this? If it means that I have to work out extra hard, if it means I have to travel across the country, if it means I have to stay up late or wake up early, I'm going to go after it. So again, having a millionaire mindset means you're consistent and you're going after it with everything that you got, all right? Now, let me say this. There will be seasons where yes, exactly, you'll make time for what's important. Exactly, Kristen, I love that. So again, there will be seasons where you really have to pull back. I'm not saying that, because again, we're human beings and life happens. But what I'm saying, and what I try to stress to my team, is whatever your best is that day, okay? My best that I can give and your best that you can give are Church by Mel Bel. I love that. That's so funny. Okay, so my best that I can give and your best that you can give are not going to look the same, okay? What Brandy can give to her business and what you can give to your business might be two totally different things, okay? Because in one season, she may be going through something and you might be going through something different. But that doesn't mean that you can't give what looks like your best to you, okay? And we have to make sure that we understand, like, I can't be Brandy. Brandy can't be me. You can't be the person who's on. We all have to individually give what our best looks like. But what I can do, though, is look at Brandy's hustle and look at Brandy's results. And I can say, you know what? I can't be Brandy, but I see her hustle and I respect it. And if I want results like Brandy, I'm going to have to turn my hustle up a little bit for what I can give to my business. That means I might not be able to give everything that she can give, but if I want results like that, I'm going to have to respect what she's doing and say, maybe I could turn it up a little bit because I want to see those results too. Okay. So again, be consistent. But again, we don't want to be consistent doing the wrong things, because again, if you're going live every Monday and it's not working, figure out another thing to do. And then consistently do those things, okay? So when I say consistent, I just want to make sure that I'm being clear that we don't want to be consistent doing the wrong things. For instance, if you are currently sharing the business opportunity with people and you're saying, hey, Heather, hey, girl, would you like to join my paparazzi team? Here's my link. Do not be consistent doing that, okay? Because that is going to make people run in the opposite direction. Nobody loves spammy anything, okay? So you don't want to be consistent doing things that are pushing people away. You don't want to be consistent selling in a way that does not work for you. So again, when we say consistent, I just have to make sure I'm clear on be consistent on something that's working and build upon it to make it work better. And that's where it comes into learning skills to improve upon the things that you're being consistent with. All right, everybody with me? Y'all give me some thumbs up. Let me see. Y'all with me? All right, so we're almost done, guys. All right, so again, we're doing rich. R was resilient. I was inspire. C is consistency. And then the last one we're going to be is H. All right, rich. H is going to be hang in there. All right, hang in there. Anything worth having, you're going to have to work for, okay? Anything worth having is going to have some obstacles and some mountains to climb and some bridges to get across, okay? If we are looking at millionaires, it means that they hung in there. And like I said to you all before, an elite consultant is just a star consultant that just never quit. So if you want to see success in this business, it does not mean you join and you quit when things get hard. It also doesn't mean that just because Mel hit Fashionista in a year and a half, and you've been in the business for 4 years, that you should quit because Mel had hit Fashionista before you hit Fashionista. No, 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 no. That means that my journey is different than your journey, okay? That means that we all are running our own race, and we all should be, I believe in God, giving God our best every day, okay? That means that you're showing up for your goals. You're showing up for your family. You're showing up for all of the things that you want in life that you may not have ever been able to have. You're showing up because it matters to you, okay? So again, you have to hang in there and weather storms. You cannot be in something. You cannot be in anything and want to see big results and big success if you're ready to quit the second that something goes wrong, okay? And not even when you say the second that something goes wrong, but you're not willing to figure out how to make it work when it's broken, okay? So again, we have to hang in there, guys. Slow shipping is a seasonal thing, okay? This shipping, going slow, it's not going to be like this forever. Paparazzi events getting canceled, I can pretty much bet that it's not going to be like this forever, okay? Whatever it is, the obstacle that you're facing right now, it's not going to be like this forever. Let me give you a perfect example. When you were in elementary school, when you were in high school, when you may have been in college, when you were a first-time mom, when you first did anything for the first time, did you hit it out the park the first week, first month, first year? No, it takes time. There were things that you went through maybe in high school. Let's use your first heartbreak. Oh my gosh, my first heartbreak. I'll never get through it. Another sad love song. I just don't want to get out of the bed. I don't want to look out the window. The sun is shining, close the window. Who remembers their first heartbreak? You're just like, oh, I'm never going to get over this. It's just breaking my heart. Oh my gosh. Guess what? You got over it, didn't you? Okay. Things happen, life happens, heartbreaks happen, stress happens. If you were a first-time parent, the baby just cries and cries and cries and cries and cries. It's okay, they grow up. It's okay. Things happen. Life happens, but you got to hang in there. You got to weather those storms. You got to see where you're trying to go, what you're trying to do, where you're trying to be, and that's what millionaires do. They don't look at where they are right now. They look at where they're trying to be. Do you think that Beyonce thinks that she has achieved success as of today? Probably not, okay? Most millionaires don't ever just arrive and they say, oh, I got it together. I am Beyonce, Sasha Fierce, okay? I got it. No. That's not how it works. Most millionaire-minded people, they say, this is great where I'm right now. I'm so proud of myself, but I still have some things I want to do. Do you think that she's not right now planning some kind of tour, some kind of, she's famous for just popping up with some kind of album out the blue. Nobody even knows it's coming out. Most successful people, they reinvent themselves. They come out with something you weren't expecting. They do something, they kind of like, hey, that's what millionaire-minded people do. So yes, I am so blessed to be Fashionista right now, but you better believe that iconic impressionista is the goal, okay? You better believe that the checks that I'm getting right now, I am thanking God for those. I am so grateful. My initial goal in joining Paparazzi was to make $450 a month, okay? Because I wanted to help pay towards my daughter's tuition. It was $900. Me and my husband split it. So I was like, look, this little side hustle, like, let me just make a couple $100, okay? Fashionista checks are real. I'm grateful for every dollar, all the money that we can make in this business. I'm grateful for it. But you better believe that I got my eyes on 6 and 7 figures, okay? So same for you. Whatever your goal is, whatever it is that you want to do, you may have just joined or you may have been in the business for 5 years and you may have never ranked up yet. Guess what? If you say, I'm going to be a director, I'm going to be a producer, I'm going to be Black Diamond, I'm going to be Life of the Party Bronze, wherever your goal spectrum is, because I can't say everybody wants to be elite. I can't say everybody wants to be Pink Diamond, Empire Diamond. Everybody might not have that goal, but whatever your goal is for you, whatever you want to do, you want to aspire to, make it happen. And in the words of Nike, the great theologian that is Nike, just do it. Okay, if I can ever say anything to you all that you take with you and you run with you for the rest of this year, for the rest of your time in Paparazzi, it's just do it. Go after your goals, give 100%, and be everything that you want to be for this business, because you can do it. You can make it happen. You can crush your goals. Okay, so oh, you said I'm so cute. Thank you, Anne. I appreciate that. So if you guys have questions, go ahead and share below. That's it for me. I'm here to answer questions for you guys. If you have anything, I just want to make sure that I covered all my notes. I think I did. So, yeah, so just share below. Ask me anything. I'm an open book. You can inbox me after. Ask me whatever. I'm here. Brandy, again, thank you so much for having me. You are amazing. And I'm so glad I ran into you that day at headquarters. It was so funny because I'm like, Brandy, can you train my team? And she says, sure, if you can train my team. And I was just like, oh man, like, because believe it or not, I'm like really shy. Like, I get so nervous in front of cameras and stuff. So I'm just like kind of catching up to this whole live thing. So when she asked me to train her team, I'm like so intimidated because like I think Brandy's like a freaking rock star, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, the pressure's on. But I hope you guys liked it. So let me know. Oh, you guys are saying you loved it. Okay, cool. So I just wanted to make sure you loved it. I hope you guys learned something today. I hope you can get your teams in, watch the replay. I hope that we can connect someday when the world opens back up, maybe at one of our conventions or something, a trip. Listen, I'm gonna be at all the trips if I can be there, you know, but hopefully I can meet all you guys in person, and hopefully when it's safe I can like hug on you guys and like do a dance for you with my little bust or whatever. So but again, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for being here. And again, if you all want to connect with me after, I am here and more than happy to support all of you guys and seeing every bit of success that has your name on it. Okay, so again, give 100%. Life is short. Okay guys, as we're seeing in the time that we're all in right now, life is so short. It's so short. Let me say it one more time. Life is so short. But that means that we have to be intentional today to give 100%, because again, we don't know how long we'll be here. But when it's all said and done at the end of our life, we want people to be able to say that we gave our best in everything that we did. You don't want them to say, oh yeah, that girl joined Paparazzi and she gave about 50%, or she kind of halfway was successful. Let me say this before I go. All of y'all have haters. Everybody that's here. You have somebody that is hating on you right now, and they do not want to see you be successful, and they are praying that this paparazzi thing does not work out for you. They are like, especially somebody you may have asked, and they say, no, I don't want to do that thing, girl. They are watching. Please don't think for a second that people are not watching you. You're going to have some people who are so excited to see you be successful, and then you're going to have some people that's like, I know that paparazzi thing is not going to work, and they are just watching and waiting, and they probably watch every live, and they probably check, you know. But guess what? Give them something to talk about, okay? That's what I do. Listen, because I say, if you're going to come back and check on me, you're going to see me doing something else. Listen, if you come back, I might fool around and be a millionaire, okay? So again, we are millionaire minded. So if we have that mindset, tying it back to the topic, if we are millionaire minded, guys, we have to think to ourselves, if people are checking for us, if they're watching for us, we're going to give them something to watch, okay? So that means if I was selling 5 pieces last week, I'm going to be selling 10 this week, okay? If I was life of the party gold last year, honey, I am diamond, okay? Give them something. Give them something to talk about, okay? So again, we are going to be millionaire minded. I hope everyone put on your millionaire hat. Become millionaire minded, and let's do this thing, okay? I'm so proud of all of you guys, and thank you again for watching. Thank you for coming in here with me on a Friday night and kicking it with me. I hope you look, I put my sparkles on for y'all. Did y'all see that? So again, have a great night, everybody, and feel free to connect with me, connect with Brandy. Again, thank you so much for having me, honey. Thank you. Good night, everybody. You guys stay safe, and again, let's rock this thing out, all right, with our millionaire mindsets, okay? See you guys later. Have a great night and a great weekend, okay? Bye, everybody. Good night.